Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 2. Well, we're in Vault 13, and we're about to try and repair the computer that's running the entire vault. However, if you played Fallout 1, you will be surprised by this, because there should be a command chair here instead of this huge-ass computer. Oh, hello there, I'm Jim, or Jimmy. What you up to? Hi, Jim, I'm MetalCanyon. Can I ask you some questions? It's a pleasure to meet you, MetalCanyon. I'd be happy to answer some questions. What do you do here? Well, we're having some computer problems and I'm looking into it. Unfortunately, my forte is software, not hardware. Yes, Gruther mentioned this to me and asked me to take a look. Do you mind? You can't make matters any worse than they already are. Go right ahead. Alright, but I need to ask you a couple of questions first. What's all this machinery for? This is a mainframe computer system and related support devices. From here, all functions of the vault are remotely controlled. Ah, I see. Isn't this the Vault Overseer room? Normally, the Vault Overseer would be stationed here, but Vault 13 has been fully automated. Why? I mean, isn't that unusual? I don't know the full story, but at one point in the Vault's history, there was a rebellion. The Overseer was either killed or overthrown, I'm not sure which. Anyway, the leaders of the revolution didn't want to entrust the fate of the people to another Overseer, so they installed this mainframe. The records say it was purchased from... oh, what was that name? Ah, I remember, the Brotherhood of Steel. Can you tell me about anything about this Brotherhood? No, I'm sorry, but I have no information on them. This all happened ages ago, and I've never found any reference to them, or other than this one. However, it's my understanding that the Brotherhood was a military outfit, and there are some ruins of what appears to be a military base west of here. That may be what's left of them. Alright, let me ask you some other things. Are you here in the vault because you want to be? Oh yeah, I've liked it here ever since I stumbled upon the place, and I don't really want to leave. I've always been a loner and don't much care for people. No offense intended. None taken. What do you think about the Death Claws? Well, in some ways I admire them for what they are and what they are trying to become. In other ways, they scare the hell out of me. I don't think I'll ever get used to the fact that they are just as smart as I am. Well, some of them are that smart. Do you think they are a threat to human society? Oh, absolutely. They are far superior to us physically and they are our equals mentally. That makes them a pretty big threat. However, it all comes down to morals and ethics in the end. Fortunately, they seem to be ethical and morally well developed. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think I'll be going now. Alright, so let's use the big-ass computer. I'll call it that from now on. You examine the big-ass computer terminal, but cannot find anything obviously wrong with it. What do? Hit it in that special way. Kick it in that special spot. Run the diagnostic program. You are certain that the system should have a set of diagnostic routines available. However, the keyboard input seems to have been disabled. The unit accepts voice commands only. What do? The only thing left is to look inside. Remember, we have got a very high repair skill. Peering into the massive cables and circuit boards, you find that the system has been deliberately sabotaged. One of the circuit boards, the voice recognition modules, is beyond repair and must be replaced. Now all you need to do is find a replacement module, which we obviously have, and which is what you should get from New Reno, from that guy, asking him for some special stuff. So come on. Can we install the bloody new thing? The terminal needs a voice recognition module. Oh, I probably don't have it in inventory. Yeah, no I don't. Which one of you crazies has it?
What do you want?
Give me the voice recognition module. You don't have it. Right. So Solik must have it. That's it for now.
What you be need?
I be needing that voice recognition module. And there it is. Computer. A circuit board with several unidentifiable parts, a microphone, and an inscription that reads Vault-Tec voice recognition module. Alright. Give me that. It's only £1. I wonder why I gave it away. I was pretty desperate for space, I guess. There we go. You install the module in the terminal. The system is repaired. Nice. There we go. If we use it again... Welcome, Vault Dweller. For your convenience, this Vault-Tec terminal has been modified to respond to vocal commands. Please vocalize your command now. Oh, you've got me confused with someone else. You see, I'm not the Vault Dweller. I'm the Chosen One. Run diagnostics. Please wait while I initiate diagnostic checks. Vault-Tec appreciates your patience. Thank you for waiting. Diagnostic checks complete. All systems are working properly. After all, you're using Vault-Tec. Wow. Switch to keyboard input mode. Oh, we can do that? I better not. I want to save first, because I have no idea what happens. I probably can switch back to... or you can't. Switch to keyboard. Switching to manual interface mode. Manual interface mode is initiated. For the convenience of others, this terminal will automatically revert to vocal interface mode once you have logged off. Oh, that's nice. Search database for anything of interest. After a bit of searching, you discover 3 files that might be worth a look. Vault Dweller Survival Guide, abridged version, Vault 13 Timeline, and Overseer Logs. Let's see the timeline. As you read over the beginning of the timeline, you find it interesting that no reason is given for why the vault didn't open 10 years after the Great War as it was originally designed for. Browsing ahead, you don't find much of interest until the year 2161, when the vault's only working water chip breaks down. You feel a surge of pride as you read about your grandfather being selected for the important task of leaving the vault and scouring the wasteland for a replacement water chip. However, it feels a little odd seeing your tribe's most revered legend told in a simple bullet point format. Continuing down the timeline, you read of your grandfather's success and subsequent exile, and how several other vault dwellers chose to join him rather than remain in the relative safety of the vault. You also discover that the Overseer was eventually tried and executed by the remaining vault dwellers. Oh, no, that's nice. The final entry in the timeline is dated May of 2242. It seems that for the first time, Vault 13 was sent an all-clear signal from an unknown source. After some debate, the vault dwellers decided to open the vault doors and see what awaited them on the surface world. There is no record of what happened to them after that. Well, we know. Access Overseer logs. Authorization required. Oh, great. Attempt to hack into it. Well, my science is not very great, so I'm not going to do that. Access Vault Dweller's Survival Guide. Welcome to Vault 13, the latest in a series of public defense works from Vault-Tec, your contractor of choice when it comes to the best in nuclear shelters. Vault-Tec, America's final word in homes. The Vault series of survival shelters are designed from the ground up to provide the best chance for a good life, following nuclear Armageddon. It is the duty of every American citizen to learn and use the skills necessary for a comfortable vault life. The best place to start is with a description of your new home. Important Vault 13 statistics. Starting construction date, blah blah blah. Ending construction date. Starting budget, $400 billion. Final budget with interest, $645 billion. Total number of occupants, 1,000. Total duration, 10 years. Number of living quarters, 100. Hot bunking required if at maximum capacity. Door thickness, 4 yards. Still using yards? That's quite a lot though, I think. I have no idea how much a yard is, but yeah. Earth coverage, quite a lot. 200 feet. Think machine, geothermal, secondary power supplement, General Atomics nuclear power backup system. What? Power requirements, 4 millikilowatts? What the that doesn't make any sense. If this was a megawatt, it would be with a big M. If this is a milliwatt, it wouldn't be a millikilowatt. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Anyway, complete destruction equipment. Hydro-agricultural farms, water purification system from underground river, defensive weaponry to equip 10 men, communications, social and entertainment files for total duration. To help Vault Dwellers record information, and information is extremely valuable. In fact, it might be the most valuable weapon we have against the end of civilization. So pay attention. Vault-Tec has selected the Robco Industries Robco Pip-Boy 2000 as the personal information processor of choice for its Vault Dwellers. The Robco Pip-Boy is a handy device that you wear on your wrist. It's small, especially by today's standards, and it will store a goodly amount of information for you. And using modern super deluxe graphics to boot. please refer to your Pip-Boy manual for more information. The key to a successful reintroduction of civilization following a massive-scale nuclear war is possible. Here at Vault-Tec, we are working to ensure that your fellow man and woman is up to the task of bringing America back from the dead. What, all of it, or just the North America? Doesn't say. We believe that a positive attitude is one of the best tools at your disposal. Should you encounter any fellow Vault dwellers displaying a less than positive attitude, you are encouraged to report them to your Vault Overseer. Remember, once the doors are sealed, the Overseer's word is law. Vault 13 comes prepared with the latest in survival equipment. The items in your storage containers will last 1,000 people over 10 years in comfortable, modern surroundings. When it is time to leave the vault and return to rebuild America, your friends at Vault-Tec have provided you with everything that you will need. Thank you for taking the time to read the Vault Dweller Survival Guide, aka Propaganda Machine. We at Vault-Tec feel confident that you'll leave your new underground dwelling. Log off. I want to try and hack into that bloody thing. Let me see what happens. It's probably not good. Actually, let me see. Oh, you've got me confused. A light blinks in the terminal as it makes various clicking whirring noises. After several seconds, text appears on the monitor. Sorry, I do not understand your command. Please repeat your command, making sure you speak properly into the microphone in a clear and precise manner. Switch to keyboard. Overseer logs. Attempt to hack into it. You try everything you can think of, but you're unable to gain access. With a sigh of defeat, you return to the main menu. Damn it. Guess password. Incorrect. Password correct. Oh, because we have such a high luck. All entries but one have been removed from the system. Final entry in the Overseer logs is still accessible. Alright, let's see what the Overseer had to say. This is it. Consider these my final words, as I doubt I'll live to write another entry. Oh no, the people of the Vault have spoken, and they've made it quite clear that they want my head. I knew this day would come, ever since he managed to rile them up by doing the impossible. Sure, he saved all our lives, but also ruined everything. Let it be known that I took little joy in exiling our great hero, but I had no choice in the matter. His adventures in the outside world had changed him too much. He was too great a threat to the project. Had I let him remain among us, he might have uncovered the true nature of the vaults and jeopardized the experiment. Even if he didn't, he'd at least inspire others to venture outside, which would have been just as bad. He simply had to go. There was no other option, but even that wasn't enough. No, I'm afraid the damage had already been done. I allowed his most stubborn supporters to follow him into exile, and then tried to reassert my control over those who remained. But it was no use. I'd already been vilified. So be it. The only thing I'm guilty of is an entire lifetime of carrying out the demands of our great nation. My only regret is that Vault 13 is not likely to complete the social experiment. Once I've been disposed of, I feel certain the others will leave the vault. Not right away, of course. I've instilled too much fear in them of the outside world, but eventually they're bound to overcome that fear. I have very little faith that Vault 13 will remain closed until 2277 as the experiment dictates. I'm afraid I have failed my duty as Overseer. I can only hope that the rest of the public vaults involved in the Societal Preservation Program have been more successful. To my superiors, who I'm certain one day will read this, forgive me, and may God bless America. Oh, poppycock. Search for any other files that contain information on Societal Preservation Program. After hours of scouring through the computer's archives, you're able to locate a few hidden documents concerning this program. As you read over them, you uncover a rather disturbing truth about the vaults. They were never intended to save the population of the United States. Incredibly, all 122 of the vaults were part of a grand social experiment orchestrated by the US government. Only 17 of those vaults, dubbed control vaults, were designed to function correctly. It seems Vault 8 was one of the lucky few. The rest were meant to have various critical flaws so that the government could study the pre-selected occupants and see how they react to the stresses of their situation and how well they're able to recolonize once their vaults open. It seems Vault 13's roles on the experiment was to remain closed for 200 years to test the effects of prolonged isolation. Apparently, the breaking down of the water chip was unintended and forced the overseer to improvise by selecting your grandfather to go out and fetch a new chip. After some more digging around, you managed to find description of some other Vault experiments. Vault 12's door was designed never to close, so that the assholes behind the experiment could study the effects of radiation on the selected population. If you recall the legend correctly, Vault 12 was located under the ghoul-filled city of Necropolis, where the Vault Dweller finally found the water chip. It seems quite likely that the ghouls were the result of this experiment. Vault 15, another key location in the Vault Dweller's quest, was to be populated by people with radically diverse ideologies that would be sealed in the vault together for 50 years. Vault 27 was purposely overcrowded with 2,000 people, double the maximum capacity. That couldn't have been pretty. Vault 29 was to be populated only by those under the age of 16, with their parents purposely redirected to other vaults. Bloody hell. Vault 34's experiment involved an armory overstocked with weapons and ammo, and of course not provided with lock. How pleasant. Vault 36 suffered from food extruders that were designed to produce only a thin, watery gruel. While Vault 42 was outfitted only with dim lighting. No light bulbs of over 40 watts were provided. Vault 53's equipment was designed to break down every few months. While repairable, the constant breakdowns were meant to test the stress of the inhabitants. You wonder how many You wonder how many expert mechanics and technicians that vault produced. Vault 55 would have all its entertainment tapes removed, while Vault 56 would have all its entertainment tapes removed with the exception of one featuring a particularly bad comic actor. Vault 68 was to be occupied by 999 males and only one female. Wow, you can only imagine the horrors that took place there. Vault 69, on the other hand, was to be occupied by 999 females and only one male. Interesting. I wonder why it was called 69, or maybe it's just my, infantile brain perceiving that as such. Vault 70's jumpsuits extruders were designed to fail after 6 months. And finally, Vault 106 was designed so that 10 days after being sealed, it would begin releasing psychoactive drugs into the air filtration system. Lovely. So there we go, that was some extra info. 800 experience points, and you learn about the history of Vault 13 and the Overseer's role of Vault's experiments and the other vaults. Well, that's pretty good. You should let Gruther know that you fixed the computer. Excellent, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.